Good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this June the 2nd, 2026. I'm hoping everybody had a great Tuesday out there so far, but it's a great Tuesday evening. And everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the storm system moving across the country, take a look at the tropical weather forecast outlook as well in this same picture here. Also take a look at your local forecast for Wednesday and Thursday. Also take a look at the current watch and warning advisory map currently across the nation. Also take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook for severe weather across the nation for day 2 and 3, which is Wednesday and Thursday. And also take a look at the rainfall totals as well across the next 7 days. Also, so make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road there, folks. And I'm still trying to reach that 700 subscriber mark. I greatly appreciate it if everybody could hit that subscribe button and reach 700 subscribers. I greatly appreciate it on YouTube. Alrighty, so let's go and get the show on the road there, folks. Alright, you can see we're going to start off in the tropical Atlantic. You can see a little cold frontal boundary stretching from the northern tropical Atlantic down toward the Bahamas and Florida, and a little area of low pressure trying to develop in the Gulf. A little bit of activity across Cuba. You can see the Caribbean looks quiet, but like I said, got some activity in the Gulf. Central and South Atlantic, the Western Atlantic look pretty quiet. Central America got some activity there as well. Also toward the Yucatan Peninsula, South America. And then from the South American, Central American coast back toward the Hawaiian chain island, you can see a lot of activity there, and some tropical development is possible or likely in that area in the coming days. All right, we got activity across Mexico to Texas to Mississippi and Alabama, all the way back to areas of New Mexico up to Colorado through the Dakotas, also into Minnesota towards areas of Nebraska and Kansas. A little bit of activity in Montana and Idaho, and you can see that other storm system moving into the northwest. That's what we were tracking last night on the forecast satellite imagery last night. It finally made it towards the shore, and you can see it should make shore sometime tonight as it moves into Washington and Oregon states. Alright, let's move on into your local forecast now. We're going to take a look at your Wednesday forecast, and it should roll out something like this here across the board. Alright, we got some heavy rain, flash flooding down here across New Mexico into Texas and Oklahoma and southern Kansas, then again across the Dakotas. Got some severe weather up here once again across the Dakotas, portion of Minnesota, back into Nebraska. Shower activity for western and central Washington state and Oregon state as well, and then more thunderstorms for central and eastern Oregon, Washington, Idaho to Montana, through Wyoming to Colorado to Texas to Mexico to the northern Gulf to the Florida Keys, southern South Carolina, Georgia, also in Alabama, all the way up to West Virginia. A little bit of shower activity across the eastern North Carolina Outer Banks and back toward the Raleigh-Durham area as well. Got some shower activity up here in Montana right on the Canadian-U.S. border. Also a little bit of shower activity in California and a little bit of course of Utah also. A little bit of shower activity also up around Massachusetts and Connecticut and eastern Rhode Island as well. Alright, otherwise make dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Wednesday. Alright. Let's move on into your Thursday outlook now. Should roll out something like this here across the board. And you can see the cold fronts, warm fronts, high pressures, and low pressure systems as well across the board as well. Alright, we got thunderstorms and showers over here from eastern Washington state to Idaho to Montana to the Dakotas, over here to Minnesota. There, and also Montana you're included. Also across northern Michigan, Lake Superior, down into Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Nebraska to New Mexico to Arizona, Texas, northern state of Mexico to Louisiana, southern Mississippi. Also across central and south Florida toward the Florida Keys as well. Otherwise, expect your high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Thursday. Alright, let's roll on into your current watch and warning advisory map, your location across the nation. And this is what's currently across the board as of this recording. Okay, we've got severe thunderstorm watches and warnings, and also flash flood warnings stretching from North to South Dakota through Nebraska and into Colorado. Special weather statements up here in Minnesota. Flood watches, flash flood warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings across Texas, Louisiana. Got some severe flood watches. Let me start over again. Flood watches, severe thunderstorm watches, flood warnings over Texas and New Mexico. Also, then we got some, got some severe thunderstorm warnings, special weather statements across Louisiana, and also across Mississippi. Coastal flood statements there along the Louisiana and Mississippi coastal areas as well. Wind advisories up here in Montana. Also some flood watches and flood warnings in western Montana. Red flag warning for southwestern Idaho. And we still got that one flood warning, or flood advisory in areas of Washington State. Alright, small craft advisory, gale warning stretching from up here near the Virginia coastal areas to the east coast of Florida, with a special marine warning offshore there. West coast of Florida back to southern Louisiana, southern California to Oregon State, with small craft advisory, gale warnings there as well. And also some around the southern Hawaiian chain island. We have flood advisories, also some high surf warnings along the areas of the Hawaiian chain island, and also small craft advisories along the southern areas of the Alaska region. Alright, let's move on into the Storm Prediction Center outlook. This is for day 2. And we have a marginal risk down here around La Crosse, also down to El Paso, La Cruz, areas of New Mexico and Texas. And then again over here towards areas of the northern portion of Texas, through the Dakotas, Minnesota, and then from Grand Forks all the way to Valentine, Pierre, Aberdeen. Slight risk. You can see general thunderstorm elsewhere from South Florida, central South Florida, to Louisiana, to Texas, New Mexico, to the Dakotas, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, and then over here in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, and Montana. Tornado probability rolls out like this here in the severe weather area, which is to the Dakotas. Damaging winds you can see across Texas, New Mexico, all the way up to the Dakotas, Minnesota, and you can see that 15% from, like I said, Fargo to Aberdeen, down toward Pierre areas for damaging winds, large hail. Pretty much same location, but you can see where the significant hail looks to be from Nebraska into the Dakotas, where there could be some golf ball to baseball size hail in that region. Alright, let's take a look at day number 3. Should roll out something like this here across the board. And we got a marginal risk stretching from Montana through Nebraska over towards areas of northern Michigan, Wisconsin, and then there's that slight risk again from Pierre to Rapid City, Valentine, Sioux City. General thunderstorm from Montana through the Dakotas, Minnesota, Michigan, down to Louisiana, Texas, back toward New Mexico and Arizona, southern Florida, Florida Keys. Probability rolls out like this in the severe risk area. 5 and 15%. This is where the significant severe weather through South Dakota and northern Nebraska, with some significant severe weather with damaging winds, hail, and large tornadoes. Alright, rainfall totals over the next 7 days looks to be like this. Heavy precipitation in the Gulf, also across Cuba, southern Florida, Florida Keys, Bahamas into the coastal waters, also across Mexico to Texas, all the way into South Canada. Elsewhere, you can see in the southwestern U.S., no precipitation. A little bit in Washington, Oregon State, around British Columbia. Got some heavy precipitation there. Elsewhere, looks to remain pretty dry to maybe just a very little bit of limited rain. 1/10 to maybe 3/4 of an inch, maybe an inch of rain in some locations. But you can see South Carolina is beginning to dry up again, where we got all that rain, kind of between a 1/10 to a 1/10 of an inch possible over the next 7 days. So not much rainfall coming in the next 7 days. So maybe the things kind of dry up here. So hopefully we'll kind of get some sunshine to kind of dry up everything after all that rain we had well, in fact we needed it. So but maybe now it can dry up some a little bit. Alright, well, hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe if you have not. Like these videos, share these videos. We'll catch you back in the next ones. Have a wonderful Tuesday evening, folks. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.